dominance, as Nadal has done all French Open. Federer off the court the final 3 games, and now serves to start the second.
Just when we thought it was going to get interesting, just when Roger Federer held off 2 break points. Look at this. That was on a hard court, obviously. Nadal not nearly as dominant on a hard court. He's only lost matches on clay when they're 2 out of 3 sets, not 3 of 5. We saw Federer hold off break points, hold serve, get it to 2-1 in the first set, and from there he won only 2 more points.
Is there any good news for Roger?
Well, not that we watched a set, both of you. The phrase again was different. Roger was going to play differently on clay. Has he done anything different?
I haven't seen anything different. As a matter of fact, I've seen a situation where his body language is even more negative than I saw in the past. Jose Higueras is a bit befuddled as well.
He was in the stands when he watched his young charge Michael Chang win this title, and Chang was only 17. And he watched as Jim Kerr, who he was also coaching, won this twice. But the way he's playing right now, Roger Federer, I just can't imagine that he won't change up something. I mean, he has played this match over and over in his head for years now.
He's not playing well, and clearly, I mean, let's again give kudos, credit to Nadal. He's so sharp. His focus is incredible. It's extremely intimidating to play him on this court. I mean, you gotta tip your hat if he hits shots like that.
Federer just smacked that second serve Nadal.
Well, that's the problem when you come to net. If you make, it's harder to make that quick move to try to cut that off. So if he hits it well, you're beat.
The Mercedes-Benz powerful performance by Rafa Nadal in a 32-minute first set.
Well, he's doing it off both wings. It's the backhand that has really been sharp. That was something that you perhaps in your head thought, or it was at least something to aim at. Somewhat attackable.
20 of the last 22 points now.
You know, when we talk about this matchup, we wonder, how do you win? Where do you get your points from against Nadal? How do you win 3 sets? So far, no one in this tournament has won 1.
And he's only been pushed. The first set he played here against a lefty qualifier from Brazil, and the last set that he played Friday against Djokovic are the only 2 that he's even been challenged.
That looked like he was going to run through that set at 3-love, 2 breaks. Showed he was human, at least. He tightened up a little bit. Federer obviously saw that because he was waiting in the locker room to get ready to play himself. So he can turn this around. He does have a very similar feel to what Djokovic was giving off, that just negativity at the moment. He tried to trick Rafa Nadal there. He was going to throw the drop shot down and decided to hit it firm and deep. It's a magnificent backhand pass. When he gets the short ball, looks like he's going to hit the drop shot. And it turned out to be the wrong decision, but still it was a tough shot that Nadal pulled off.
And you just never see him this indecisive on grass. on grass. All of his shot making is rewarded. Here he seems to be punished for his versatility. He gets confused. He's not sure what's going to work against Nadal.
Orange cap is Robert, his father. Lynette on the right with the glasses is Roger's mom. Agent Tony Godsick was sitting between the parents.
It is rather unbelievable to see Roger play this poorly.
A full recap of today's men's final in Paris. Join us on NBCSports.com. We'll be along after our coverage today with our online French Open wrap-up show. I mean, these, you know, it's 8-1 career, as we told you, Nadal on clay, but the matches generally have been competitive.
The last two they played on clay, which is just a few weeks ago, 7-5, 7-5, and then 7-5, 6-7, 6-3. No indication that it would be so one-sided here at the French final.
They played a 5-set clay match 2 years ago in Rome. 5 hours and 5 minutes. Federer had 2 match points. He was up 5-3 in a breaker, and then Nadal won the last 4 points. There's a great look at the red clay. The ball leaves a very clear mark, so there's no official video review. So there are 15,000 or so sitting here that are as much disbelief as the three of us.
At worst, he's one of the best players that ever lived, and he's right now he's embarrassed to be out there. Just doesn't know what to do. That barely missed. It'd be impossible to imagine that this will keep up much longer with Roger. He's too good a player. Some type of plane going overhead. Don't normally hear that here. Roland Garros. Too few and too far between for these forehand winners, but he could certainly use a few right about now. Before this set gets away from him. Could have turned out to be a pretty huge point for him.
He's needed to hit a few lines in this game just to give himself a chance to break Nadal.
Remember that passing shot Nadal hit the top of the tape. Roger hit the tape with his forehand, and again in that point, the crowd's really urging him on.
It's quite a strategy you need. Don't hit the clay.
Exactly. Federer. Roger Federer getting a break of serve, something he only did once in last year's 4-set final.
That could turn out to be a huge turnaround there. He's had 4 of the greatest years in the history of our sport, as illustrated there, to get himself in a position to hone in on Pete Sampras's record of 14. He's now at 12.
He started this year with an illness that was later diagnosed as mono. Despite that, he still made the semis in Australia. Roger chose not to follow the advice of a lot of the people close to him. Rather than just shut himself down for more than a few weeks, he tried to keep playing in the spring when he wasn't at his best. That largely explains just the 1 title so far this year.
Turned around the matches in the quarters and semis. His willingness to get into net. And he dug out there a pretty tough volley, I'll tell you. Well done.
Well, so far this match, he's only held serve once, and he had to save 2 break points to do it.
Look what happens if he stays back. How tough a first shot that is. Given his options, which aren't all that great, it seems to me like he's better off moving forward.
It's that rare feeling that Roger must have of playing uphill the entire match. It seems like every point he's been serving has been below 15, 30.
It's pretty clear he's looking to work the center of the court on that pad side. Maybe open things up for that forehand that he hit for a winner. Another thing that's underrated with Nadal is his return. Imagine how long and hard you have to practice to hit returns from all different spots of the court. He's 10 feet behind the baseline here. Unbelievable returning effort in this tournament. A little tougher for Nadal to hook that forehand up the line as you see him scurrying about the court. Roger brought him in. That's a play he should start to try more often. Bringing Nadal to net. He's better at net, but he's still not as comfortable as he is on the baseline.
Does it matter if Federer hits that short ball, which we really haven't seen today, that it's Nadal's forehand if he gets there?
If he gets in a good enough angle, I'd highly recommend it.
How hard Federer had to work. Now, appreciative this crowd is just to hold his serve. Now we'd like you to participate with us as we head toward the Championships Wimbledon. If you have a question you'd like to ask to a favorite tennis player or to one of our NBC tennis experts, just text the word bench followed by your question to 51515, or you can go to NBCSports.com, and who knows, your question may be answered during our coverage of Wimbledon here on NBC. Standard text message rates apply.
I tell you, he's feeling a whole lot better about life now. He's dug deep when he needed to early in the second. He's tied now. He's making some real headway here.
Merci.
Picked up his game. I'd love to see him pick up his energy level a little bit, his attitude. These fans, there's 15,000 fans screaming for this guy to keep doing this.
They're starting to find the angles on the court. That's why these winners are starting to happen. I'd be surprised if you don't see that, Mary, if he goes on a bit of a run here.
Not that that would discourage Nadal, but it would encourage Federer, I would think, and the fans would, you know, the tenor of the match could change.
Just again, another look at how, and Federer's used to it. He's had to deal with this 4 years running.
He's such a good player, Mary. Maybe doesn't want to resort to that yet when he's not even ahead against a guy like Nadal. Maybe thinks he's sending Nadal some type of message. It's clear he's playing a lot better than just a few minutes ago. He could have been down 6-1, 3-0. Ready to go bananas there. That ball had gone over. The sun has broken through. His game has finally broken through. He's starting to play the way we expect him to. It's just another perfect example of how tough it is to win points against this guy. He sure doesn't give you too many easy points, that's for sure.
It's the whole Nadal family. And that's the operative word with Rafa. Huge, close family.
Awesome shot.
Roger Federer getting the set back on serve. Certainly, I think he could get a second straight break. He had a sniff in that previous game. to see a little more of the mixing in here.
He's getting in the flow, and his confidence level is clearly different. He's gotten his act together here. People have often talked about how tough it is to beat Nadal. Obviously, 1, 2, or 3 sets. To get 2 sets down now seem almost impossible. I mean, that's why it's so important for him that he's pulled himself together. He's comfortable moving on this court.
Man, the places you could just put a little X everywhere on this red clay, where from a spot when Nadal hits a winner, it was everywhere.
It was a miss hit from Roger, but it was a nicely angled ball as it turned. I'm sure he was happy with where it came out, and still watched the ball go by him. That's an excellent shot, and the perfect shot to hit, a short volley there.
40-15.
You saw how far away Nadal was, how far back behind the baseline, and that would be a winner. Bad luck that he clipped the tape there, because the game would have been his.
40-30.
The first set was the old school way, and it sure didn't work. Well, Roger is trying to mix it up.
This is the 3rd straight match we've seen him really be aggressive, and it's paying off. He doesn't necessarily have to serve and volley. He doesn't even do that on grass, so why would he do it here? But he could take the first ball and then move in. He's comfortable hitting a big, aggressive shot. And just feel that game at net was awesome.
In these last couple of service games, his serve has allowed him to take early control of the points.
Nadal definitely muttered to himself when he missed that shot. He's more keenly aware than anyone that this is a different Federer now. This last 3-4 games.
Gaza.
Give him credit because he had just missed that very shot. To not make the same mistake twice. He really had Federer moving around the court, having to cover a lot of territory.
That's been the average of Nadal, 5-on-4 serves a set.
Jose Higueras, coaching Federer, is the one who said this game on clay, it's about errors And your job as a player is to force them from your opponent. No one, oddly, does that better than Nadal.
Borg was the other guy that you'd see literally a handful of errors the entire match. It's good to see him in the front row again.
Champions row there.
Three-time champion Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, 77 winner Vilas, Mary Pierce, who won this back in 2000 and was a finalist twice.
19 former champions here at Roland Garros here today.
It's amazing how well he can wield that racket around. One of Rogers' balls clipped off the line and really skidded on him. This one here, he still ran around that. I mean, how does he do that? And got the ball back in play. I mean, that easily could have been a miss and a break point chance for Federer. How often do you see Federer 10 feet behind the baseline?
Just once a year about this time.
Right, right.
Against this guy. Here's his chance to really make a mark. Yeah, great point to take the lead. Nice turn of events for Federer. Stepped on the gas pedal at it in the nick of time.
Merci.
Roger had to run a lot at that point, so he had it in mind. He was going to go for a winner there instead of just slicing that ball deep. Can't say I blame him. He tried to get it done with that one shot. First sign of anger from Federer. Didn't like the hop that last shot took. He does have a tendency to just sit up, and when you expect it to move through, that's why it's so tough here. You have to make these split-second swing changes. Was in a different location than you're expecting.
Well, Is playing in his 11th Slam final in the last 12. One of the amazing streaks that he's had. And here's the Ken and Power Shot resume. 5 straight Wimbledons, 4 straight Opens.
Stopped this year. He had a great run going, of course, then he lost in the semis to Novak Djokovic in Australia.
Service.
3 times he's come into the French Open, Roger Federer, with a chance to win a Grand Slam, all 4 majors in the same calendar year.
Federer achievements, 11 of the last 12 Slam finals, 16 straight Slam semis. Those both lapped the rest of the field many times over.
It's almost as if he had one eye on the ball and one eye checking to see where Nadal was coming. And that is enough to cause a miss like that. Pretty aggressive looking return. See why it's so important that Higueras worked on Federer's footwork, particularly out wide with that forehand, because Nadal's not afraid to rip that backhand cross court and open things up. It's critical that Roger handled that. The one clear edge he's got out there is he's got better touch, better feel with the ball. Look how good a return that was. Tried to throw a bit of a change-up, took something off it, kicked it up with some spin. It didn't seem to be much of a problem for Nadal, who just used some wicked spin again, hit it short, forced Federer to hit up with that half volley. Excellent, excellent return.
Continued to try to attack Nadal at the net, but how many times do we see him not even put a racket out? Watch. Doesn't even make a move to track that passing shot because it's so well struck. To get Federer cold like that at the net, it must feel awful for Roger not to even start a move on that ball.
With a second serve and a chance if Nadal breaks here to serve for the set now. Didn't hit that return as deep as he would have liked. Allowed Federer to take control, hit that big forehand.
Well, he looks like his dad, doesn't he?
He does.
25 years ago, Yannick won this title. The last time a serve and volleyer won it. Last time a Frenchman won it. There's Joachim, who's made his name in the NBA.
Nadal willing to go after Roger's forehand again. It surprised Federer, but he still should have done better with this shot. Exact thing transpired. A short return. Roger would love to see more of those. He's not too happy with the return he hit. Federer living on the edge here.
Avantage Nadal.
He simply can't afford to miss those balls that hit the service line.
But is this that mode of he's trying to quicken everything?
He is, and he should be, particularly when he gets that short ball. This is his bread and butter. This is one of the great shots in the history of the sport. That's why he's so upset with himself.
Égalité.
He's been able to get this, take charge after the first shot. He doesn't want to have to keep hitting second serves, that's for sure. Nightmare scenario for Federer. He's got to cover that shot, and then if it goes to his backhand, it's kicking up over his head.
Federer was at 0 in the first set for a while, but he's not much, but 22% is all he's winning on his second serve.
Agassi made a career and won slams because he was able to scoop the ball off the baseline. That is an incredibly difficult shot to pull off. This one there, that ball landed about 3 inches inside the line. But Nadal saw the opening. New balls, he gets a serve for the second set now. Again, you just have to admire that every point this guy just does not let up.
That's about the first thing you hear when all the great champions like yourself talk about him. That's the universal refrain on Nadal. Every point like match point.
It's unbelievably intimidating.
But it's even more than that, because it's every point, even if he's way off the court, even if he's sliding, even if he's off his back foot, even if he's on the defensive, he's still a little surprised when he doesn't win every point.
So not only is he wins a point, but he's fatiguing Federer.
And that backhand again, John, what he can do off of that side now is so much different. I mean, it used to be you'd aim at this guy's backhand side if you could, and it would draw dividends. It doesn't anymore. It's no bargain either.
White. Premier service.
When you watch Rafa come to the line, just think about this the next time you grab your racket and head to the club. Put it in your off arm. Trying to whack a few forehands.
Start early if you do that.
Exactly. He's right-handed.
Time violation warning, Mr. Nadal.
He got a time violation. That's his uncle watching on, and he'll just play right through this because this happens to him quite frequently. Never seems to throw him off. But he went over the 20 seconds.
Channing